Alright, what is going on, gamers? Welcome back to some more CSO content. Today I'm bringing you some Koprulu Team League Division 5 action. This match is between CSO Esports and GdA-Team, and we're gonna have a replay cast as I was playing as well, so I did not stream it live. So yes, I saw these games, but let's try to be unbiased and just cast some wonderful StarCraft to our best ability. Starting in the top left side of Gresson, the first map of the series, is going to be our CSO Esports representative. It's none other than our yellow Zerg, Koprulu. And his opponent in the bottom right side of Gresson, starting as the blue Terran. We're gonna have for Team GdA. I hope I am not butchering this name. It's going to be Hobo YLLZ. Hoboy LLZ. I'm sorry if I butchered it, but we're gonna refer to as Hobo. Hope that is fine. Yeah, we'll see how this match pans out, as this is going to be a best of 7 between the two teams. That means the first team to 4 points will actually win the match, and even if it's a 4-0, then most likely the last two games are going to be played. Koprulu went for a interesting double gas trip with a fast spawning pool. I think it was a 14 or 15 spawning pool with a relatively faster hatch as well, and it has already a couple of queens here. It has 3 queens, no lings though. Is going straight for the Roach Warren. I kind of like this, honestly. Second extractor as well. Bit low on the drones, not gonna lie. I wouldn't have minded if Koprulu would just hold down the drone key like crazy, you know, that S and D. Just spam it, keep injecting, keep spamming it. You don't have links, you don't have that extra 100 gas and extra 100 minerals on the link speed. Basically, you're free to do whatever you want. Koprulu is going to scout that. Everything seems fine. It's going to scout a tech lab on that barracks. And it's going to scout the reactor factory. 2 Hellions are going to move across the map. The Reaper is already here. They are rallied on top of them. Now Koprulu just moves his queen a bit off creep. This is kind of a risky move, and Koprulu has no third base, which I don't like, honestly. It's 4 minutes in, and there should be a third base way earlier if it's gonna happen, but it looks like it's not going to be the case. Roaches are going to make their way across the map. They meet up with the Hellions. 1 Hellion is going to go down. That is a nice start for Koprulu, but the Banshees are coming up, and we have Cloak as well for those Banshees. I'm not even sure if Koprulu actually saw that. The last time Koprulu was... Ooh, actually, hold on a second. Koprulu was in here after this whole shenanigan went down. That means he should be aware of the Banshees and the Cloak. You can see the animation is quite distinguishable. I'm just saying because I'm hoping that I'm not the only one who has mistaken this in the past, like the two. It literally happened that I was thinking that it's researching something and it wasn't the case. Ooh, a couple of roaches just move forward. There's no roach speed, but they moved fast enough on creep. There's gonna be a scan to see that the lair has just finished. Not sure if you can actually tell how fast it is. Now the Banshees are being scouted. 2 Banshees move out, so there are spores coming up, and there should be an Overseer coming up as well, as there is the good old Cloak here. Scan is going to be used to deny some of that creep. And in behind that there is a 3rd command center, as well as more Banshees, more Hellions. So we are in full mech production. as far as I know. Yep, there is a second factory. Ooh, and actually one Banshee is going to go down. The Hellions are moving in as well. Let's see if Kurtapir can actually deal with this. The Banshee is still cloaked. Kurtapir needs to move his roaches back to the Spore's safety. Third base is up. Not running yet. Was gonna say up and running, but it's not the case. There's only 3 gases, which I also don't really like. Kurtapir floats a tad bit of money. Could put down a macro hatchery or a 4th base, depending on what the strategy is. If you want to go for a hardcore push, then probably a macro hatchery is better. And the 3rd base of the turn is also starting to mine. There's a bit more to the worker count of the turn. Nice around here with the roaches on the side of Kurtapir. In the meantime, upon those Hellions and that Reaper, finally those get taken down rather. One of the Banshees just retreats and joins up with the fresh one. There are tanks as well, and we're gonna have Mac Field Accelerator as well. So some kind of a battle mech with a couple of tanks to defend. And Spire is going to finish up for Kurtapir as well as Roach Speed, which I don't mind at all. How many queens do we have? We only have 4 queens, which is quite a mistake in my opinion, because those should be your perfect anti-air, as well as some kind of option to deal with all these Hellion run-bys as well. I just have a couple of queens, and once you see the Hellions enter creep territory, just start creeping, you know, and just move around your bases with a couple of queens. Keep on injecting at all bases. Alright, so these Hellions are actually going to get a lot more than they should. 12 drones so far. Could be 13. It's not going to be 13. How many drones? 12 drones went down this whole game for 10 Hellions. Now, obviously the math doesn't say that it's worth it. Kurtapir lost less, but still 12 drones when you only have close to 60 is not great. Okay, first 5 mutas will finish up. And there's the macro hatchery. Still no 4th hatchery. Even if it's for the larva, I wouldn't have minded to see it. Now Kurtapir has enough larva, but he's gonna get supply blocked. And I wouldn't have minded if he would just send those mutas across instantly. Oh, they're staying at home. There's the Overseer. Let's see what he's going to pick up. Okay, he's going to see everything. Oh, but the Overseer is not done yet. Banshees are going to come in. When are they getting into vision? That's the question. My apologies. I just tried to show the vision and the mutas. Okay, finally in vision. Overseer is going to help pick up these Banshees. But now the mutas are being exposed, and the Spire as well. I mean, one of the two, right? Will give away the strategy. And honestly, I wouldn't mind. Is there an engineering bay, though? I don't see an engi bay. Okay, so there's no engineering bay, so no turrets yet. Oh, there's the engineering bay, the first one. Right on the 3rd spot. And there was another 13 drone casualty on Kurtapir's side. That means a lot of those drones went down. A lot of the economy has fallen. 3 bases is not going to cut it, in my opinion. There's a 4th ready for the Terran. And the engineering bay has finished, so there should be turrets as well coming up. Not the case yet. Oh, 4 turrets building, just as I talk about it. And turrets finish fast, so... also, this command center... Okay, will not fall because there's a lot of anti-air with those cyclones, and Taurs are coming up. Right, Banshees once again just massacring this probe line. They are uncloaked. They ran out of energy. Why did I say probe line? I'm sorry, drone line. So Kurtapir is in deep trouble. He is lacking workers, trying to remake them. But every single round of workers that you make will actually impact your army supply later down the road, or your bank as well. Obviously your bank will grow, but the later you max out as the Zerg, the worse it is, because you just want to max out, start banking, and constantly throw units in big clumps, you know, towards the Terran, and just try to trade as efficiently as possible. Or if you're playing Lingbane, then you can trade as inefficiently as possible as you'd like to, because, you know, it's cheap. You can get up to like I don't know, 100 workers even. Obviously, it's not the case here. Not to mention that Lingbane Muta is going to be probably the case here. At +1 missile, I wouldn't mind to see more stuff. Actually, Koprulu is in deep trouble with these roaches. I was fixated on the mutas. I'm sorry for that, but these roaches are going to fall, and so far, Koprulu is in deep trouble. To be honest, I don't really see how Koprulu is going to deal with these cyclones. He's trying to chase them down, but only 2 roaches remain in the front. Now the mutas are coming back, and they will try to dive onto these cyclones. But what is going to be the follow-up that will kill those stores? Those stores are going to unleash their power. There's already 6 stores, 3 more to come. That's going to be a total of 9 doors. 9 doors will, I believe, will one-shot at least 1 muta, maybe even less. I'm not exactly sure, because usually when the Zerg goes for mutas, they usually have to swap them out as soon as the doors come knocking on the door. Obviously the doors are really good. There is a mechanic though called magic boxing, when you just hover over the doors and you don't get clumped up. Ooh, 2 banshees are going to go down. That is not a bad pickup for Koprulu. Now the Taurs are massacring overlords as well. Koprulu at 150 supply to the 200 or close to 200 of Hobo. Okay, that's a lot of Taurs. Holy moly. +2 vehicle plating is on the way. No +2 attack though. Obviously the +2 vehicle plating is going to be super valuable against everything that Koprulu has. Mostly Lings, probably Banelings as well, and Hellbats. If they go in front and tank everything, they're going to survive quite a long time. Also, tanks are going to be a bit more durable against Ling and Baneling run-bys, pretty much. Ooh, there we go. Koprulu just feels the wrath of these stores. Door is here, as the unit says. Oh, look at that. Sensor tower coverage on the entire map, close to the entire map. Koprulu cannot really move out of his base without Hobo noticing. Desperately trying to max out. He has the money for it. Question is, does he have? No, he has no supply right now to fill out. Now he's going to have it, but this is like really desperate right now. Hobo is just sieging up little by little, going forward. Mutas trying to, oh, Mutas, Roaches, and Ravagers trying to go basically from the flank. A couple of Lings are going to pop relatively soon. Oh, but Koprulu doesn't wait for the Lings. That is not great. Oh, the Mutas get into the Torrent fire range. Everything is getting surrounded. And I think we're going to see GG. There we go. GG is being called. That means GdA with Hobo's first game takes the lead as we load up into Ancient Cistern for game number 2. As we have our blue Terran in the top right side, spawning for team GdA, it's going to be Hobo, winner of last game, and his opponent, the hometown boy. It's the yellow Zerg for team CSO. It's Koprulu. Once again, we're going to see some kind of early pool shenanigans. We have 15 out of 14 with that gas trick. Let's see what Koprulu is going to opt for. It's going to go for the 15 hatchery. Let's see if this is going to be a notorious 15-14-14. Also, I'm not even sure if that is worth it. I know early pools and pool first builds are great if the Terran plays standard, because then there is, how do you call that? There's potential to deny the building SCV that builds the command center. But yeah, on the other side, stock standard opening. Oh, Courage Bear actually forgot to send the Overlord across the map. And there we see the spawning pool as well. Okay, once again, it's a 15-15 build. That is interesting. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to pan out. There we have a extractor. This is looking kind of weird to me. Maybe because I'm not a Zerg, I'm not familiar with all the cheeses. Definitely not a standard build. Standard build would be a 16 pool or 16 hatchery, 18 gas, 17 pool. But let's see. Let's see what Kurtapir is going to opt for. It's going for 2 sets of lings. Most likely one at the natural as well. Has the supply to go for another queen. I wouldn't even mind it. I wouldn't mind it, honestly, if he would go for a second queen here, because he's going to need it, in my opinion. Once again, on the other side, we have the Reaper coming in. We have pretty much the most standard way to open in TVZ. SCV Scout into Reaper harassment. Ooh, nice save there with that Spinecrawler trick. Let's see if Kurtapir can actually do something. Obviously that needs to get cancelled at some point. Question is the Reaper going to get pushed away? The second queen is nowhere near done. Third base is also nowhere to be found, which is a problem. Oh, nice to save there by Kurtapir. Okay, and these links are actually arriving too late. That is a sad scene to see. Well, the Marine just decided not to attack these links so far. This Marine will fall 100%. Oh, Kurtapir with a bit of a move command loses one link for free, pretty much. I would say free meaning here that it could have been a no link loss there. Okay, 3 queens and Helio production is in full swing once again. Okay, there we go. I think we're going to see the same opener once again. Cloak Banshees into some kind of mech play, if you're asking me. Finally, the second base is mining. But actually there's no SCV production, so both players are cutting on workers. Like, it's a deep cut, okay? It's important to note, it's as deep as it gets. So basically when you cut your arm with a kitchen knife, it's like cutting your arm with a kitchen knife. That's when you like pause it for 5 seconds when you need it. But you know that, I don't know, everything is going to be fine after that. But in this situation, you basically just put your hand on the table and you just chop off your hand, basically. That's pretty much how painful it can be to cut this many workers for this long. I mean, we're at 4, almost actually even more than 4.5 minutes. We're at 5, and we basically have 30 something supply in terms of workers on both sides. Absolutely could be better, but that's going to benefit the Terran in the long run. Failing Nest is going to be the follow-up for Kurtapir, as Banshee Cloaking Field is going to finish up quite soon. One of those queens, oh, doesn't go down. Nicely transfused by Kurtapir. Hellions are being harassed, trying to push them away. Oh, but the creep deny is actually painful for Kurtapir. Finally, the third base has finished for Kurtapir. And we have another queen. popping. That makes it 5. That's not a bad number, but Kurtapir needs more queens. Has the lair, so he can produce queens non-stop basically. He has the supply as well, as the turn is basically supply blocked. Constructing a lot of Raxes. Okay, it's not going to be mech. I expected mech follow-up, but yeah, it's not going to be mech, which is quite big for the turn, because the Spire is going to be the choice once again. In this case, I don't really like it, because +1/+1 is already on the way. Stim is finished. Combat Shield will start really soon. Oh, in the meantime, hold on a second, hold your horses. Kurtapir just got in with a lot of lings. Oh, the doors were not closed. And now a lot of SCVs are going to fall. That's 11 SCVs for a couple of lings. And maybe the Banshees will clean this up, but he can actually just force a lot of lost mining time, get the Hellions back, just regain that map control that he desperately needed. Oh, but I would have droned up in behind this, honestly. I don't know, like getting more lings when you know that there's Banshees. There's 2 Banshees one-shotting lings. There's 2... No, not 2. There's 4 Hellions with a single Reaper. So potential for grenades as well. I don't know if this is what I would want to do, as the turn desperately tries to regain that map control. And now everything is being scouted, I believe, by that Overlord that Obo just passed. Not exactly sure how Kurtapir should address this situation. He's going for Banelings, only 2 of them. That's not going to be enough. Okay, more Banelings get fired up. He is listening to the replay cast, by the way, Kappa. Anyways, there's going to be a bunch of Marines being produced 4 at a time, and +1/+1 will finish. That is quite nice for the turn. And there's 3 Banshees. One of them is even full energy. There is Cloak. I wouldn't mind if the turn would actually just go in and try to harass with those Banshees, as Kurtapir is going to do with the Mutas. No 4th base on the way for Kurtapir. We have a macro hatchery, as we have Hellbats and Cloaked Banshees coming up on the plate. Potential roasted Zerglings as well on the plate. Kurtapir doesn't move in with the Mutas, and as we can see on the minimap, he's basically AFKing. Where is the Overseer? There are 2 Overseers. There is no 3rd Spore here. Oh, and he's not going to even try to transfuse this. Would have had at least 1 transfuse, but obviously that's not going to mean too much when 3 Banshees are attacking. 3 is kind of an unorthodox number, as these Mutas are going down like flies. These cowboys on drugs are actually putting in a lot of work. Kurtapir could go in with the Mutas to the 3rd location and just try to do something. It's going to be really tough, to be honest, as 3rd base is getting cancelled. Nice cancel there by Kurtapir, trying to retake it. It's going to be mighty tough here. Oh, 1 more queen goes down, and there's this Warcaller out of nowhere, in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. Yeah, I just don't feel it for Kurtapir, to be honest, as much as I would love to. There's a couple of Banelings here, maybe some huge Baneling connections. Ooh, Banshees come in, and an Overseer is just morphing here, but there are 2 already. I would have gone for Overload speed in this case, to be honest. Not another Overseer. And though 1 Banshee will fall, there's no more queens. Mutas have to come back, but this macro hatchery is done and dusted. That means that's 2 hatcheries for the Zerg. Should I say it? I think the game is quite over, not gonna lie. 1 empty medevac leads the charge. The other ones are almost all of them full as they can get. 5 Banshees, the 1 that's actually empty leading the way. And we're gonna see a quintuple Doom Drop, or quadruple, I guess, because it's only 4 medevacs that had any Marines in it. There's a stim. Oh, let's see the splits. Let's see the splits. Nice splits here by Hobo, actually. Oh, but loses a lot of Marines, actually. But that's all the bailings from Kurtapir. Burrow is being researched. I don't know if it's going to be for Burrow bailings. Could be for anything. It might even be a misclick. Oh, let's see. Oh, he's not actually attacking. Oh, he's move commanding. The move command on the side of Kurtapir gets one of those medevacs, but he's not targeting down the low HP one. So that means these medevacs are going to survive and just basically heal up. Oh, the Marines, and one of them is actually just literally going for, I don't know. It's painful. Not gonna lie, it's painful. It survives on literally 1 HP. Or not 1 HP, 12 HP, but you get the point. It's like 2 more queen hits, I guess. 1 more muta hit, 2 more muta hits. A bunch of bailings have been morphed. There's 14 bailings on the map. And the mutas try to go forward. Where's the mutas? Wait. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm so dumb. Those are overseers. Okay, never mind. So, bailing speed is done, yes, but there is no upgrades on those bailings. Normally, you would want to have Carapace, Melee, something along those lines, Hydras to deal with the anti-air. Just try to go for, I don't know, even Lurkers. Like at this level, Lurkers are a really, really powerful tool, as this is pure Marine and Medevac with a couple of mines, of course, but those mines are not going to do too much against Lurkers if those would come out, but that's not going to be the case. Oh, maybe Karetapir actually can draw the attention onto those oh, Marines with the mines, but there's too much here, and Karetapir just GG's. Oh, it says too laggy. That is quite sad, but that means GdA, Team GdA is up 2-0 in the series. Next up, we have a PvP, and I never done this, never casted myself, so apologies if this is going to come off as extremely weird. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, starting in the bottom left side of our next map, Altitude, we have for Team CSO, it's the Content Toss, aka Mousy, also known as myself. And my opponent was, for Team GdA, sorry, I don't know how I should address myself in first or third person. Let's go with third person, and well, let's just make it a bit fun. Let's just roast my build, if that's the case. So, my opponent is, for Team GdA, Loviuf. So, once again, I'm sorry if I butchered the name. Sorry, GdA. And, okay, let's go for third person. Yes, let's go for third person. I'm gonna struggle with this, but I'll try. So, Mousy's sending out a probe, literally at the standard timing, as Loviuf is actually sending out a anti 1 gate expand probe scouting, considering Loviuf went for a standard 2 gate expand. Both players are going to scout each other. Ooh, and there's the gas still. Bit of a mistake here by Mousy. You shouldn't let your gas getting stolen, obviously. Let's see. Loviuf is actually going to let Mousy expand here. Let's see. There we go. There's the Nexus. So, question is, what is Loviuf going to do about this? As Mousy is scouting pretty much everything. Where is the second pylon, would ask Mousy, I guess. Hasn't seen the second pylon yet. And now is the time, based on that Cybercore's HP. Yep, Mousy just realizes that the Cybercore is nearly completed, based on his own timing as well. Just seeing that it should be the case to have a second pylon at home. Scouts the second pylon and potentially going to scout. Ooh, wait a second. Oh, that's a big tell that this should be some kind of proxy, since barely anyone chronos the warp gate. Obviously, anything can happen at the Diamond 3 level, pretty much that this is played at Diamond 3, Diamond 2, something along those lines, like that 35, 3600 level. Okay, scouting pylon to see those two stalkers, so could be the case that this is something aggressive on the side of Lovyuv. Ooh, and Mousy is not actually going to check it's not going to check the surroundings of the base. Could be a location here that is quite common. This could be a proxy Stargate location. Also, this one could be like a proxy location, like this entire third base. One of the more uncommon spots, I would say, would be somewhere here at the gold, where you also have the vision. Not as much on the middle of the map, I guess. Four stalkers are making their way across the map. And Warpgate is going to finish. And this is a full all-in strategy. So we have 3 gateways plus a 4th for a fast warp in here at the proxy pylon location. And honestly, ooh, Mousy is in deep trouble. Where's the Immortal? There's no Robo yet. Robo was kind of late here by Mousy. Considering a 1-gate expansion, you have to get the tech fast. Oh, this looks really, really tough here. That is 8 stalkers. And oh, Mousy is going to lose these stalkers. And yep, that means that this game is pretty much over. Probes are getting pulled away and everything is falling apart. Oh, Lovyuv is actually not going for the pylon. There was a bit of Wuka, and with the stalkers and the probes together, probes would be understandable. Oh, and maybe if this Immortal comes out, it could be the case. Oh, but the pylon is getting targeted down. Oh my goodness, no! And GG is called. Mousy taps out, no Immortal. Even honestly, even if the Immortal comes out, maybe with some micro, could have been something. But yeah, it's just painful. Second map is going to be Babylon. As we head from the cold, super cold location towards something a bit warmer, I would say. As we have in the bottom right side for Team GdA, it's Lovyuv as our blue Protoss, and his opponent is going to be the purple Protoss. In the top left side for Team CSO, it's Mousy, aka the Content Toss. Let's see if Mousy can actually break Lovyuv this time. Going for the 1-gate expand once again. Lovyuv going for the high ground 2-gate expand, 2-gate opener. Not sure if it's going to be an expansion based on the last game. Mousy is going to place the gateway and probably go for a scout once again. Let's see. Lovyuv also goes for the scout, and look at this positioning of the first gateway from Lovyuv. I actually like this. I don't mind this because this is basically anti-cannon rush. Whoever doesn't know Mousy will probably assume that there's going to be some kind of cannon rush or something. Mousy a bit indecisive with the probe here. Not sure if that is what you want to do. So yeah, Mousy is not a cannon rusher. Pretty much a macro player. Cheeses in PvP from time to time, but it's actually not that common. Anyways, we're gonna see a really slow ramp up on the gas side. Lovyuv is mining a lot more. It feels like Mousy is actually, yeah, he caught some probes at 20, of course, because that's what you do with a 1-gate expand, pretty much like a standard 1-gate expand. There we go, we see the second gas. Should have started the probe faster, that's for sure. So it's going to lack a bit of gas here, in my opinion. Wouldn't have minded a chrono boost onto the probes once again, since the first unit in that thing is going to be... Oh, where's the second pylon? There's no second pylon! Oh, Mousy with the nerves. Oh, that is painful. Mousy with the extreme giga nerves. Oh no. Oh, the pylon starts only now. That's going to be full stalker behind. Oh no. That is not what you want, Mousy. And it's going to be the same double stalker opener. Oh, look at this. Oh, hold on a second. Mousy just cancelled. Oh, he wanted to go for a fake expansion and potentially some one base shenanigan as well. But Loviuf is actually aware of it. Could consider that this is a misclick. I don't know, honestly. I'm not exactly sure. But with that supply block at 23, I think if Loviuf doesn't mess up like crazy, then this game is already over. Sadly for Mousy, it's a super tough position. The only thing that can be a saving grace. Ooh, Loviuf actually could be in trouble. Hold on a second. So this is indeed a really interesting position. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Uh, okay. Interesting probe scouting pattern here. Just getting a random scout coming back home. Random scout towards the right side. Not sure what happened there. It could be the biggest luck in the entire series, to be honest. That is really interesting, to be fair. All right. Mouse is in deep trouble, that's for sure. Now, this is really painful for Mousy, to be honest, getting the proxy destroyed, not just found and unpowered, but destroyed. No potential to repower it later on. And now he gets the robo once again and gets that expansion, but honestly, even though the expansions are going to come at the same time, Loyev is going to be in a much better situation because the blink is going to finish. There's no other tech though, which could actually benefit Mousy. There's 3 gates apiece. And honestly, I am not sure how this is going to pan out because it's really weird. That's for sure. Okay. Bit of a supply block here by Mousy once again. Obviously, this Nexus not being finished is quite painful. Usually, the players are ready to go on to higher supply counts and all that stuff. Ooh, and look at that. Twilight Council being proxied here. The only thing I could think of is why hiding the Twilight Council is basically getting DTs. Let's see if that is going to be the case. Once the Twilight Council is finished, we're going to see Immortal is being chrono boosted, which I kind of like. Robo is on the way for Loviuf as well. Now, Charge is on the way as well. So, double Twilight upgrades are going to come in play. Worker count is close to even. Bit of an advantage for Loviuf, obviously, due to that slightly faster Nexus and potentially less supply blocks, most likely. Okay, there is a observer as well as the Phoenix comes in and scouts everything that needs to be scouted. And there we go, there is that hidden Dark Shrine for Mousy. Let's see if he can just use it and capitalize on it. As the Warpism is being made, there is an observer on the map, so Mousy is going to be in deep trouble if that observer gets on top of those DTs. Now, question is, can Mousy snipe that that observer with the zone? Oh, this is sieged up, so not even an F2 will move this. That is not exactly the best case. Ooh, observer sieges up. What is the follow-up for Mousy? There is no follow-up, basically. There's the Warpism, and there is no Warpins anymore. Okay, Warpism should be able to move away. Question, will that happen? Ooh, observer getting unsieged. Okay, Warpism gets spotted by Loviuf, goes on to sniping it. All right, there's 3 DTs here, but there's the observer and sees the DTs in the wall. I think, yeah, the problem is there's just too much here for Loviuf. There is 2 immortals for Mousy though, and the DTs, if they swipe a couple of times, they could be really powerful. But the immortals, all the immortals getting targeted down, that is going to be really painful for Mousy. He's not fighting his shield battery overcharge range, and the immortals will go down. That means this is going to be over. Those DTs, one of them getting sniped, one more getting sniped. Oh, and it's not getting targeted by anything. That means Loviuf will take this game. And we're moving on to the last series, which will not count anymore. This is a 4-0 swipe for Team GdA. As our next series, which will start on Royal Blood and end on Neo Humanity, will not count anymore. But it was played out, so let's just cast it as well. At this point, this doesn't matter, so we're not even going to get any scores here. Alright, as I finally managed to get into the game as well. Alright, and let's start with the hometown crowd favorite. It's going to be our orange Zerg for Team CSO. It's a J-Priest. And his opponent, one of the former CSO members of Team GdA nowadays, is going to be our Pink Protoss Firestar. The nice classic Nexus. Oh, and J-Priest going for a interesting all-in-ish type of build. As we see a really quick pool with gas already being mined. Ooh, double gas. Okay. Quite interesting. Oh, wait, never mind. That's only a gas trick, so no biggie there. I don't think it was necessary, right? I mean, wouldn't that be necessary if I'm not mistaken? Oh, and this will look like a 12 pool, to be honest. J-Priest just waiting for the scout. A scout is never coming. Oh, this wall is really bad. This wall is extremely bad from Firestar. That is a 2 building wall that's getting walled off with 3 buildings. Can you even wall this off with 3 buildings? The way Firestar positioned everything, I don't know, honestly. This is a really interesting thing here, because core before Nexus. Has Firestar scouted anything so far? No, he has not. That means J-Priest will not even have to actually do anything. Oh, and Firestar actually misses the Lings. Oh, misses the Lings again. Oh, J-Priest with the Cerebral Assassin J-Priest. Oh, I kind of like this. And Link Speed is not finished yet, but the probe is here, so instead of getting scouted, J-Priest opts to go for some kind of interesting... What? I am not exactly sure what's happening here. Firestar needs to be sent into some kind of, I don't know, wall building course or something. I am not exactly sure what's gonna come out of this, as this Zealot will fall. Second Zealot is not going to be in time. The pylon was exposed. That is not the case usually. Now, oh, J-Priest actually just realized that there is a hole there. Now the Zealot can be surrounded, and that means this is over. GG is called. Firestar taps out, as this last series goes to J-Priest in the opening match. Game number 2 will bring us to Neo Humanity. And we have in the bottom right side none other than Firestar for Team GdA as the Pink Protoss. And his opponent, the Orange Zerg for Team CSO Esports, is J-Priest. Pretty nice, cheeky little shenanigan. Ooh, as Firestar looks to repay him in kind. There is the first pylon. So most likely we're gonna see at least 2 gateways, but honestly even 4. Like, I am not sure if this far away is going to work, but we'll see. We're gonna learn together. Trying to see what the distance is at this point. Like, the zealots can actually just take a nice little route here and there. Jaypriest just scouts around the base with the second overlord. Oh, never mind. This is actually the first overlord. Okay. Maybe Jaypriest just feels that something could go on. Because he opened with a really cheeky, I think it was a 13-12? 12-11? I'm not exactly sure what that was, but the idea is that it could feel like Firestar will try to repay him with something, which is the case right now. Ooh, when Jaypriest just moves his overlord closer, and this is already in range, right? Ooh, just pause the first gateway. Okay, pretty interesting here. Not going to lie. Jaypriest with the 2 billion IQ game sense. First of all, not opening standard in the first game. Second game, just actually scouting everything. Obviously, Neo Humanity is kind of a cheesy map, and to be fair, this is an insider info. If you cheese on your main account with 4 gates against everything, like Firestar did here, no offense, then you should expect to have people being aware. And honestly, I am not even sure why Firestar put that on that position. Oh, he's not going in. Oh, he should go in, honestly. The more Firestar waits, the worse it is for him, because there is a spine crawler already. 2 more on the way. Queen's on the way. Ooh. Jaypriest nicely tucking the queen behind the links and the spine. Obviously, getting the queen surrounded would be a really bad time for the Zerg. Now he's gonna go in most likely and see that there is nothing. No pro production, no nothing. Okay, so what do we look at here? We have 15 pros. One of them is here, so 14 pros mining at home, and we have 11 zealots. Ooh. Oh, that second spike roll is not being rooted. Oh, Jaypriest, the miss spike roll there. Just selecting the spike roller as well. Oh, but actually there are roaches here, so that is a really good addition to Jaypriest. Oh, he cannot actually go in. The spore crawler goes down. It actually served as a tank material here. Jaypriest trying to just root that one on top of the ramp, and pulls a couple of drones here. And now the links should be enough with a few more roaches. 2 more roaches on the way, but 4 zealots are constantly being produced out of those 4 gateways, so those 4 gateways are working pretty much overtime. Jaypriest holds for the time being. Problem is now Jaypriest is lower in workers. Ooh, he's actually mining gas still. I'm not exactly sure if you want to mine gas at this point. Spies, queens, and links should be enough, to be fair. Let's see what the future holds, because Firestar could be ready for a second wave. 3 more zealots join the fray. Pretty much all the chrono boost is being dumped into the gateways. That is a nice addition. Yeah, keeps your chrono boost low and your money as well. Obviously, there was and will never be any kind of gas mining. So Firestar is 150% all in on this strategy, and didn't seem like it paid off. And Jaypriest should be more powerful to this point. At this point, rather. Obviously, there wouldn't be a mouse gas if I wouldn't fail to talk. So I guess that's that's also a thing. Um, okay, one more pylon has started, but obviously there's going to be quite a supply block. So that's going to be really painful for Firestar, but finally starts working on this hatchery, which will not be a bad move. Gets a hatchery pretty fast. Obviously, there is a couple of broodlings here. Let's see if that's going to be enough. Bio misses. Ooh, J-Priest needs to get back on top of the ramp. One good thing, by the way, is using these larvas. Obviously, that is always a good idea. Because once those larvas stay off of creep, they will die out pretty fast. Like, pretty fast. Oh, there's... Oh, wait, there's one more, right? I think I saw one more larva, right? Oh, there's one more larva. Okay, let's see how fast it dies out. Instantly. Okay, that's faster than I thought, so... Quite unlucky on the side of J-Priest. Could have had one extra larva, but there's 3 larvae here at the main hatchery, so... try to get back some of those drones that he wasted. 1 drone mining gas and 10 on minerals is not bad at all. Zerg units are a bit cheaper than Zealots. Obviously, Roaches deal really well. Oh, the move command on the side of Firestar not actually putting in the work with those Zealots. The 2 spine crawlers are doing immaculate defense here. More links not letting the Zealots push through as J-Priest takes the second game. Nicely done by JP. Sadly, these last 2 maps don't count, but you know, a win is a win. J-Priest is so far so good. 2-0 in KTL Division 5. Obviously had no impact on the series, so it sucks. But congratulations to Team GdA for taking a swift 4-0 against CSO Esports, and good luck to them in the next round. As for you guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope this was at least semi-entertaining. Us getting clapped. Hopefully we're going to learn and come back stronger and just put some victory points on the board as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Cheers.